raw reactions, raw reviews, zero spoilers, zero prep, zero in.
Oh, what's up, guys? We just got out of Thunderbolts in IMAX, and let me tell you, this movie exceeded my expectations. It was fantastic from start to finish. I absolutely loved it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, man, this movie, like, you know what they say, is Marvel back after every... Marvel's back, I hope. Anyways, let's keep it going, guys, because that movie was so dope, man. Like, it's just so funny. It's so dope, so action. Every part of this movie was just like,
like you said, Marvel's back, man.
Yeah, man, woo! That's about all I can say.
Yes.
Come out and see this movie. It's a lot better than the last Marvel movie that came out.
Absolutely. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're a Marvel fan.
Marvel's growing up.
Oh, and definitely stay tuned for the post-credit.
Two post-credit scenes, yeah.
The one after the credits.
Well, I'm Ryan Jacob.
I'm Brandon Kelly.
And we are at the cinema.
All right, guys. So basically, if you don't know if Marvel movies, or you didn't see the trailer for this, so basically the story of this movie is it's like an underdog story about some misfits working together to take down a common enemy. I thought Marvel did a great job with this movie. Keeps you engaged the whole time. Didn't have any problems following the plot. I don't think you necessarily have to watch other Marvel movies to get what's going on. So they did a really good job with that too. I never got bored or anything with it. I never felt like it's dragging or the pace was too fast or anything. I felt like it was just right. Honestly, there was a few cliches in the movie, but overall it was just fantastic. Marvel did a great job with this movie.
Yeah, man. Like I said during our reaction, Marvel's back, you know. Yeah, don't want to say it prematurely, but it's dope. The story, like you said, it's about misfits, but it's just also about mental health, depression, you know, like reaching out, not reaching out, family, found family more, so a little bit of both. The structure was good. The pacing just went along. By the time the movie ended, I really didn't want it to end.
Man.
Like, it was a great journey. The journey was so great. It was like, we're here already?
Didn't feel like it was that long to me.
No, it didn't feel like a 2-hour movie.
Just so engaged.
I was like, I still had popcorn left. I was holding off on my popcorn to save it because I thought that I was going to eat it all. But, like, I still had some left at the end. I just didn't want it to end. But, yeah, it was a really good story. I can't say there was any super twists in it or anything. Maybe a few slight ones, like maybe a little something at the very end, a little twist at the very end. Yeah.
That's fair.
But I think that's it for the story and the pacing of this movie. That about wraps it up without getting into spoilery territory. We're just right out of the theater with these reviews. The acting in this movie was amazing. Like, every actor in the movie shined. No weak moments.
Yes.
Everybody brought their A game. It just felt natural the whole time. Like, some of these Marvel movies, whatever, like, their comedic chops, excellent. I was cracking up this whole movie, and it wasn't like cheesy jokes like some Marvel movies can be at 11:30. But dude, they did a great job. What do you think?
Yeah, the acting was phenomenal. I believe that every actor nailed their role perfectly. I mean, it was just great. And the chemistry that they all have together was awesome. Yeah. The main antagonist, I mean, she plays a good bad guy, or girl, I guess. Yeah, I definitely think, honestly, to me, John Walker stood out.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that he was one of the bright spots of the movie for
Yeah.
me. I thought
Yeah.
it was great.
You know, what you were talking about the chemistry, it made me think. I wonder if the members of the Thunderbolts in this movie were chosen just because of their chemistry. Like, you know, there's like, oh, we
Yeah.
got these movies. What characters do we use? Whatever characters from all these movies, and maybe they just did a chemistry test, and those were
Absolutely.
the guys that did the best. Because, like, if that's how they done it, it shows.
Yeah, that was great. All right, guys, the visuals in this movie were awesome, top notch. Every action scene, every scene really was just shot so well. The special effects were great. And I didn't see anything that was like too CGI or that looked too fake or anything.
No, none of the effects took me out of the movie.
No.
They're like, oh, that was fake. No, nothing. Like the coloring of the movie was dope, especially this.
Yes.
Well, this will only be lightly spoiler because it's in the trailers, you already know. But the way that they do the Void versus the Sentry is just dope.
Yeah, it is.
So
it really
dope.
is.
Like, I'm just sitting here looking at it like, is this CGI? Is
Yes.
it practical? Like, how did they do this? Because it doesn't look CGI, but how could they do it practically?
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean,
dope.
10
It's
out of
dope.
10 on special effects, definitely.
Yeah,
They nailed the special effects and the visuals in this movie.
The cinematography was great. I loved the
Amazing.
angles, the visualizations through the action scenes, you know, and the intimate scenes, just everything. The editing, you know, they say good movie is edited, or a movie's edited good when you can't tell the editing, and I never noticed any editing in this movie.
No, not at all. It was great.
So the sound in this movie was amazing. The music that they picked was great. You know, some of it you heard in the trailer, and it was just fitting. Marvel always does a great job with their score. It brings you into the scenes. It takes you out of the scenes.
Definitely,
Well, not
yeah.
takes you out of the movie, but, you know, helps transition you in the scenes. But, like, there's just this one heartfelt moment, and I related to it because it was just about real deep struggles, like darkness, and, you know, like, we've lost people, you know. I lost my little brother 5 years ago, 5 years ago. Just, it's very relatable, but I almost teared up I don't know if it was because of the moment or because of the music or because of both, but it was the perfect soundtrack for the perfect ride, I think.
Absolutely. Perfect soundtrack. They did well at, you know, playing the ominous tone when it needed to be, and, you know, more uplifting when it needed to be. Just the sound mixing was, again, top tier, just like everything else about this movie. It was amazing.
Love this movie.
All right, guys. Yeah, just as an overall experience, this was a fantastic movie to watch, especially if you're going to watch it in IMAX. I would definitely recommend it. Everything was just A tier in this movie. Tons of action, tons of funny moments. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're a Marvel fan. Would totally recommend this movie. I give it a popcorn bucket for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought about it in the theater, and then I was like, yeah, it's a bucket.
I was in there in the movie already thinking, like, I'm just going to give this thing a large popcorn bucket, or a large popcorn I already know. So, by the way, we go for a rating, no popcorn, small, medium, large bucket. And that's how we're doing this. So, you know, after just the whole experience of it, I'll give it a popcorn bucket. It's a good movie. Like,
yeah, the IMAX experience too was, I mean, like you said a moment ago, it just puts you there, man. It's so fun.
I was just there with him the whole time. I definitely loved the theater experience in this, and plus, we watched it on the biggest theater we've ever seen a movie on, so that was dope. This was a great movie. I was hoping it would be worth the movie, or, you know, that this movie would be a great first experience for this. big screen. It was probably like 80 foot.
Yeah, if you get the chance to watch it on IMAX on a big screen
On the
like
big
that,
IMAX.
definitely go. It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. I recommend seeing it a few times. I'm gonna go tomorrow,
Highly
see it in Dolby. So make sure that you check out I don't think he'll be with me, but I'll be there for a second review of my Dolby experience. I'll be with my daughter. She probably won't be in the video. Damn, there was something that I wanted to say, but yeah, man, this movie, it was an emotional ride. You know, it was hilarious,
For sure.
cracked you up. It brought you down to the painful depths that the human emotion can go into, without being too down and out, but just enough to like bring you there so you feel it. Marvel was bold with a lot of their choices that
Yes.
nobody is safe in this movie. It was dope, man.
Yeah, definitely
go see it.
twice as good as Captain America.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah. If there wasn't so many other movies to go see, I know I'd see this movie a lot more times. Deadpool Wolverine, I've seen that thing 20 times last year, but now I'm not trying to review a bunch of movies for y'all. Or I mean, then I wasn't, now I am. So we'll see. I'm still definitely gonna see this at least 3, maybe 4 times. All right, now that concludes our out of the theater reaction review for the Thunderbolts. Tune in tomorrow for my Dolby reaction second take review of Thunderbolts. Sunday we will be back with possibly Rosario, unless we find something else. We want to watch Sinners again, but we'll probably do that after we see a newer movie that just came out. So sometime next week, check out for our Sinners second recap, because we definitely want to see that again. And too bad it's out of IMAX, but
Hit those buttons. Drop those comments.
and we'll see you next time at the cinema. And I want to throw this in somewhere in the video, I think. There was extras in this movie. And I was like, wow, this world feels filled up. feels filled up. A lot of the Disney and even Marvel movies lately have felt empty. Like, where is everybody? You can only afford 2 extras, no extras, just the main actors? What?
A lot of extras.